Hello student, in previous lecture we have already seen that the classification of angiospermic plants on the basis of habitat, then morphology of angiospermic plant. It shows the root, stem, leaf, flower, etc. Then structure of root, the characteristic features of root. The next point, that is region of root, typical root. Typical root, structure of typical root. The region of root are, that is, consists region of maturation, root hair region, region of cell elongation, meristematic region. Like these are the regions present in the typical root. The tip of the root is protected by a root cap. It is formed from parenchymatous cells. From parenchymatous cells, the root cap is formed. Here it releases the mucilaginous substance, and for the lubrication of the root. When root enters in the soil, then it easily insert in the soil. Here the secrete mucilage for lubricating passage of root through soil cells. It protects, the root cap protect the meristematic region where the meristematic cells are present. These cells have a capacity to redivides. Hence, these cells are called the meristematic cells, and a region is called meristematic region. These cells divides and add the number of new cells in the root, and elongation of root takes place. Then height, that is length of the root, is increases. Then region of cell elongation. Behind the meristematic region, the cell elongation region is start. In this region of cell elongation, the cells are elongated, and that this elongation newly cells form and shows rapid elongation to bring about increasing length of the root. The cells help in absorption of minerals, salts also. These cells helps in absorption of mineral salts. Then behind this region of cell elongation, the root hair region, or it is also called absorption region or pyliferous zone. Absorption region, pyliferous zone, where number of root hairs are present. These root hairs are unicellular. Root hairs are unicellular and absorbs water more. Here more absorption takes place from this region, because the number of root hairs present in the root hair region. The life of the root hairs are 10 to 15 days, and these root hairs are replaced after 10 to 15 days. Then region of maturation, where this portion of root develops by the region of the cells. This region are quite impermeable to water due to thick walled mature cells shows differentiation and form different types of tissues. See, this region is called a region of maturation. In this region, the differentiation of cell is takes place, and the mature cells are formed. This region helps in fixation of plant and conduction of absorbed substances. Development of lateral roots also takes place from this region. Okay, what will be takes place in this region? That is, lateral roots are developed from the maturation region, conduction of absorbed substances from region of root. Okay, then function of the root. Here root carry out several functions which can be categorized into primary and secondary functions. The primary function is the fixation of root or anchorage of plant in the soil, absorption of water and minerals from the soil, and conduction of absorbed minerals up to the stem. This is the region typical root structure, shows the different types of regions, that is, region of maturation, root hair region, region of elongation, meristematic region, and root cap. About the root cap, once again, the root caps are present in that is majority of plants instead of hydrophytes. In hydrophytes, there is root pocket is present. One point is remain here. Then next, types of roots. On the basis of development of roots, the roots are of two types, that is tap root or true root and adventitious roots. For example, in dicot plant, the tap root is present, and in monocot plant, the adventitious root system is present. Here, tap root, the root is developed from the radicle. When seed germinates, the radicle comes out, and from this root radicle, the tap root is developed. Then on this tap root, the primary, secondary roots are developed. That is, primary roots branches on which secondary roots called the secondary roots and tertiary roots. Here, the dicot plant like sunflower, bean, etc. In these plants, the taproot system is found. Then adventitious roots, instead of development from radicle, it develops any part of the plant. प्लांटच्या कोणत्याही पार्ट पासून जे रूट्स तयार होतात याला ॲडव्हेंटिशियस रूट्स असं म्हणतात. इट कॅनॉट डेव्हलप्स फ्रॉम रॅडिकल. इट इज फाउंड इन that is monocot plant. Okay, like these are the two types of roots, that is taproot and adventitious roots. Okay.